Welcome back everyone to Recycling Centre Simulator, and have I got a lot to discuss with everybody. I finally figured out how to use the conveyor systems in the game. So I've spent about an hour practicing it, and as you'll see, I've changed all my machines. I've now got the input from this side, which makes more sense for every one of the machines. So if we have a look, it's a T1 machine I've got going directly onto a T2 machine. And I'll show you how to do the conveyors. It's not the most intuitive. But yeah, I've got a conveyor coming off. And then if you have a look, these are splitters. And I've got a splitter at the end of it. I'm sort of future-proofing the sort of warehouse so that I can do sort of the hybrid machines. Because we're getting very close to our first hybrid machine. I think we needed about 85 kilos more of organics for our first one. And then our second one, which is currently needing plastic and steel, is nearly done as well. Now, I've put these pallets. It won't auto stack on the pallet, so it means I've got to stack it myself. But also on the edge of one of these splitters, you will see there's green lights. So depending on if you walk up to it and press E, you can turn the lights on. Now, you need at least one entrance to be active. So if I wanted all the stuff, so this is my wood machine. If I wanted to do an hybrid machine here, and it needed glass and wood, what I would do is I would turn on this side and then turn off the back side. So then all the materials out there would then come up to here and merge with the stuff there, and then it can come onto a belt here. Now, unfortunately, the factory needs to be a lot bigger than it is for me to really set it up. So let me just change that back. And like I say, you have to have one green active. It doesn't store any products inside. And then at the back here, I've got all my tier 3 machines. Now, unfortunately, some of these machines are way too close to each other. Especially you here. I'm going to need to move you across because I can't... Actually, I can still sort of access the displays. But yeah, I would want more spacing in there. But this setup is mainly for hybrid machines. Now, to do belting, what you have to do is go to the back. You know where you've seen me enter products into the back? Wait for it to highlight. And then you've got to hold down your left mouse button. And then it will put conveyors on. And then you could use your scroll wheel to go up and down. And it changes the different things. So it can go into different belts, to the left, to the right, up, down. And then this is where it would be like the mergers. One belt would become... Oh, actually, this would be a splitter. So one belt would be coming up, and then it'll split into two. And then the other version would be a merger. So when I couldn't find mergers and stuff like that in the system when I looked about, I had cut that part out of episodes because I just couldn't understand it. And then if you don't want to build it, you can just back away and it will disappear. But yeah, I used a bit of my money to do this. I would have liked to do some more more belts to come up into at least coming down onto these pallets. But unfortunately, I need to keep a bit of money for the products on the next episode. And everything there is from the last episode. So we have a good amount. We're trying to stack up 150 of these for the quest. And we're trying to stack up 150 of these for the sort of the license for the hybrids. And what I've also done is come across every T2 machine. I've took off the production. So the products will go into the first one. But until I decide where I want the products to go, I won't get the second machines running. Except for the metal one. That's trying to finish off the rest of the quantity. And to be quite honest, I should do that with organics as well. So I know exactly how many organics I need. But no, organics is somewhere over the back here. Yeah, I'll put the organics out the way here with a pallet. Hopefully the drone can get to that. I'm not certain until I actually run the game. And then I've left this space here. This is the only T3 we're missing, which is paper, which I can put into there. And the way I set these up is I went onto the edge. I built 2 conveyor belts. And then you can connect these machines to the edge. Where do I want to take? Let's just use you. I'll put you back in the position later. So as you put the belts like this, it doesn't connect. Unfortunately, you have to go right the way up into the top left and the top right, and then it does actually snap. That's why I never got the snapping points. So if I go onto there, now the belt will run directly into that machine. But just for now, put you roughly back where it should be, around here. And let's get to sleep, and we'll do some more contracts in the morning because I want enough money to be able to take all Megans. Let's just have a look at our contract list. Because there is contracts in here. Part of me is willing to just get a little bit more money. Because these are the scrap deals. I've got a lot of them outstanding still. So how many have I got on my list? I've currently only got one on my list. Let's grab Megan deals in the morning. And we do need a lot of electronics on this day because I did take a quest for the calculators. So I have 4 days to be able to do that one. But yeah, let's just get started on the next day. And yeah, we made an amazing amount of money in the last episode on the... We did 9 jobs on one day. And we did 8 jobs on another day. So we did 17 jobs in the last episode. And just on the last day, we made 28,000. But again, we are pushing for the hybrid machines and the T3 paper in this episode. Yeah, let's go and take all Megan's deals. She gets me 5 a day. I don't know if there's anybody better than what she can do. And also there's something else I want to bring up as well. We took an upgrade at the end of the last episode. Oh, she's got a lot of deals, so I must have not took them all on the previous day. Oh, no, this is what it is. We took an upgrade over here. Where was it? It was in store. This one here enables employees to better showcase their talents. Now, what you will also find is if I go into my staff members now and look at my trash collectors, you'll see them doing over 100 kilos each, where before it was like 78. I think I had one at 82. But yeah, everybody's improved because of that upgrade we did. So yeah, basically my assistant now can do 7.5 calls, so that's 8 calls a day. We will be doing some contracts at the end of this day. I'm looking to see if... No, I need money to be able to do anything there. Can I do a quick contract with something I've got a lot of? Oh, that's nice. The game must have updated because the one that was hiding down the bottom here with the electronics is now moved up. So electronic recycling's up here now because I never found it for a long time. So we've currently got one on there. So let's have a look. We can't do organics because that's for the machine. We can't do the metal because I'm using that for that and plastic for the next upgrade. Paper rolls is probably about the only one I could do. 720 for 30. And what colour's paper? I think it's the orange one. Oh no, it's blue. You're paying a lot better than the other one. I think I'm going to do this one. Just send off some of my rolls just to get me some money. We do have to be fairly quick. So let's see if I can get 1,300 out of you. That should give me more than enough to get all the contracts I want. Brilliant. At least puts me back in the positive. And I want to have a look and make sure there's no deals on here. Yeah, there is. There's a couple of last day ones. So we want to bargain for these. Can I get you down to 130 because it's the last day? Yes, and we'll take you. Maybe try and get you down to 150. Because it's saying, we agreed, and it's not saying fabulous deal or anything. I think I'm pushing it right up to the limit of where I can do. But I'm happy with that. We'll take you because you're last day. Maybe 90. Any more last days on here? No, there's a couple of 1 days. And let's see if I can get any more off Megan. But yeah, I'm happy that she's up to 8 jobs a day now. Looking for electronics mainly, so stuff with the red on. 4% electronics. Those are the deals I want to be taking first. 2%. I think I'm... Oh no, I can grab all her deals as well. Okay, so let's go and get some of our workers assigned. So I think let's just go from the left to the right. So you can do 112 kilos now. There's a lot of last day ones. Those are the ones I'm going to have to prioritise. What's the biggest deal? There's an 87 one here. That's a 1 day. What's the biggest of the last days? Wish you put all the last days at the top, to be honest. We'll give you the 75 kilo. I'm still looking to see if there's any way of sending a driver out for 2 jobs. I don't think there is. So you can have... You're one of the lowest ones. Let's go and take the 65 for you can do. Let's give you the 43 up here and see if I can send you for something else as well. Can I give you the... No, he only can do 1 a day. But it's worth checking that. Okay, so we just want to get the big last day ones out. So how many do I have? I have a 1 day here for 87 kilo. You can do that one. And let's try and get the big ones out. 86 3 days. I'm looking for something with electronics as well. This has got 9% electronics. You can get that one done. And I was hoping they'd update the game and put the electronics on there as well, but unfortunately not. Let's go out. It is already 12:30 because I've been doing too much in the start of the day. We don't desperately need to do too many of these. Let's try and aim for the big ones. Okay, this was a 3-day one. But no, it's a 3-star, so I want to get it done. Okay, we've come across our first lockable container. This one is the crowbar one. Okay, that took a while to get that one done. There's my £200. And we've come across a second lockable container at this same site. And another 200, that's going to pay for some upgrades. And I think we might be done here. Let's have a look. Perfect, 100%, 2 gold bars. And we're doing pretty good on time. We can at least get 1 more done on this day. Let's go and do the 2-day up here with the electronics, because that's what I'm after mainly. And it's our lucky day, because we've got not only a locked till here, but we've also got a locked door. And we've got a lock crate in there, and then we should be able to get maybe about £300 to £400 out the till. Yeah, I heard the click. We're on 580 at the moment. Yep, £400 out the till, very nice. And let's get the crate done. I wish there was an upgrade you can get where you don't have to do the crowbar, because sometimes it's very, very hard to do the crowbar one. And because this was a locked room, this is just bonus loot in here. But yeah, after a while, I think if we could get an upgrade where we didn't have to do the crowbar minigame, I'd be very happy with that. Okay, and I think that might be this one done. It is 6 o'clock. I think I'm going to call it a day on this one. But nothing else to lock here. Let's go back to the warehouse. We've still got 5 more jobs on. And then we'll be able to pick up some more from Megan as well before we call it a night. Let's open this, let that guy go. And let's go and grab the other deals from Megan. But yeah, I'm happy that I'm getting up to 8 deals a day now. We definitely need more wagons. I think it was rank 15 when we get the next trash collector we can get access to going out on the road. No, actually, we cleared all your deals out, so that's fine. Now, as you see here, I'm putting a couple of items on the floor. Because we found out in the last time that if there's any items on the floor, this guy doesn't do anything with it. And there's a reason why I want to do that. There's an upgrade I'm after. And that upgrade needs you to process scrap. But because we're doing so much scrap a day now, it takes so long. It's either about 3 seconds this guy can do it, or it takes about 15 minutes real life for me to do it. We do get some bonus scrap. But I do want to get that upgrade. And the easiest way, I think, to do it is to do what I'm doing here. Put a couple of items on the floor. I don't know how many I need to get the upgrade. I think I'm pretty close. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put you in the machine. And then what I'm going to do is tell this guy to go and sort everything. That will give me the containers at the bottom down here. Perfect. So he's gone and sorted everything. So now, because I want to get that upgrade, I'm going to put one piece on. I'm going to wait for it to enter the machine. And then I'm going to say, I want to sort the scrap. But there should only ever be one piece, and this should count towards the quest. So again, I didn't get anything because I'm not getting a bonus, but that's fine. And then I'm going to repeat this for the other few machines here. Okay, I'm just doing the last one now. I've done about 6 more. That should allow me to get the upgrades. Let's go and have a look at our computer and see if that worked out. Now, I am going to need to do a little bit of deals because I'm going to need some money for the next day. So let's have a look at our store upgrades. And yes, the advanced sorting option is now available. So we've got all the upgrades that's available. There's one that's going to be up at level 15. That's allowing us to get more from the bins by the door. And the advanced robots at level 18. Equipment-wise, I don't think I've got any need for 2 robots at the moment. We're not doing that much resource stuff at the moment. And eventually I would like to get into the organic tier 2 machine as well, which is... Where you gone? Liquid fertilizer. 37,000. So I would like to go up to that one. And then is there a tier 3? No, there isn't a tier 3 on the organics. Then it goes into the hybrids, which is 16. So let's get some of this scrap dealt with. And our new setup should really be helping us now. So electronics, 31 kilos. And instead of running to the back of the machines, I just run up to the front. So much better this way is. 131 kilos of plastic. And then that should get me enough plastic to get that license. But we need level 16, I think, to unlock the license. 63 kilos of paper. What's this, wood? Yeah, wood. 118 kilos of wood. And the reason I put the machines in this sort of order is because that's how the hybrid machine needs wood and plastic. And this is how I sort of set it. I've just put the electronics at the back. There is a couple of more tips we can do when we've got enough money to buy the rest of the conveyor belts. 48 kilos of glass. But yeah, you could have, off your hybrid machines, a line running and dumping the stuff straight into here. And then palletise it all over there. Which I might end up doing. Because as soon as the products are in there, then I can sell it. And there was a good guide on Steam. I think it was Crin's guide. Of how to set up machines. Definitely give me some tips to sort of improve my recycling game. And we're on the last one, which is the organics, which is 48 kilos. Which is all the way back down to here. So let's just remind myself how much organics I need for the first of the... I think it's the hybrid licenses. So we need 185 more organics still. Now, I don't think I can set the machine up to do that much. unfortunately. We'll just let this produce everything at the moment, because this is only a tier 1 machine. And there should only be 2 machines running. One is the plastic. Ah, okay, so that is a problem. I did see some stuff entering the machine. Okay, so let's grab my pallet out here. But yeah, it was overloading the floor and then it started entering the T3 machine. Now, that's no problem. We will find something to use the stuff out of the thing in the back. So let's tag you. And then I've got to do the same with this one as well. Okay, so the robots can get up here. I just didn't know how this was going to work. Yeah, he can just phase for everything, so that's fine. And we can just go and look at the machine to get an idea of how many more. So we just need another 14 kilos. Or 14 metal ingots before we get the amount we need. And how are you doing on here? We've still got 32 kilos. So just let these machines finish and everything else. I might go and have a look at contracts. Because depending on what's going to be paying the big amounts of electronics, I want to look at the electronics one first. So let's have a look at what we need to do the calculators. So it says we need another 54 components to do the calculators. So just for now, I'm going to run all this through. Because there's only 31 kilos. And then I'll cancel it at the end. All this stuff I can just immediately... So where are we seeing it coming out? Yep, there it is. It's dropping on the bottom. I can immediately just put them into the machine myself. That's why I had it set up like this. And if you ever want to remove something, I think it was holding down R. Gets me a little bit of money back. I don't need that much at the moment. Tag you to get moved. And then we'll see if my numbers are right for all that stuff. One of the big upgrades I want to be doing is expanding the warehouse. Because I need more slots than this, because I'm fed up of having to keep changing this one over. From organics to electronics. So the next time we get a big amount of money, that's going to be probably my next big upgrade. Okay, so the robot does seem to be having an hard job getting to this one. So I think the easiest way to fix this is just for the moment, I'm going to rotate this machine the opposite way. And the robot should be able to get into that side. Let's just pack you up for the moment. So proceed to dismantle. And yeah, as long as the robot can get to the pallet, then it's fine. So let's rebuild this, and I will do this the opposite way just for the moment. Just so it's easier on my drone. And I think the computer screen is on the far side, so I need to leave a bit of space. Actually, no. Computer screen's this side. That gives more room so that the robot can get round. Okay, and then my robot put that stuff away. Let's have a look and see what contracts are on. What's paying the most? Wood. And we need to get to the waiting side. So, briquettes. We could get a lot of money for that. Do I have enough to be able to make 30? Because I could probably get at least 3,500 out of that. Okay, so I need to see which of these uses the most, the box or the briquettes. Not a word I'm familiar with, that one. So let's come down to our wood machine and see what uses the most resources out of that. So this is the fibre boards. And then the T3 over here. This will be the one that's doing the stuff. So the boxes would take 2 kilos. So you would use more for that. I'm still willing to do it. So a part of me is tempted to do the 30 of these as well. So in total, what do I need? 60 kilos, 120 kilos. So I do need to run some fiberboards through. Just trying to be a bit economical and save the resources going up to the next tier. So at the moment, I've got 119. So let's do... put a production line in for 50 fiberboards. That should give me enough to do what I need to do. And these stack very nicely on the pallet. And it does look like you've run out of resources to do what I need to. So for you to finish, does it tell me? No, it says there I need 91 kilos of 91.5 fiberboards. So I'll put another order in for 42. Hopefully that gives me the resources I need to get both those contracts done. While I'm at it, let's go and accept them so we don't lose them. It is a bit longer doing it this way, but I am trying to save the resources so that I can go up to the hybrid machines as soon as possible. There is achievements around processing a certain amount of hybrid contracts I want to get pushed as well. Now, electronics, we did pretty good. We were up to 16 out of 24 on the calculators. So we wanted to get a good deal on this one here. Let's just make sure nobody else has got a better deal than that, because there is a couple more other people. So like you down here, you asked for wood. You would need envelopes, that would need the paper machine, so that's not an option. And your compost, so never mind. Just you. And as soon as we've done that compost to unlock the license, we can start making some good money on the compost again. So yeah, let's take this one. Let's bargain for a deal. Now, if I was to do about 20%, that would be adding on roughly around 670, 680 onto there. So I could possibly run up to 4,000 on here. Let's see if I can. If not, I'll go a bit lower. Perfect. Now, I can't do the... We'll do the deal, so it just puts it on my HUD. And then the other one, we was doing the wooden boxes. So again, I want to bargain. 20% about 560. That's putting about 33 and a half. Let's see if I can get that out here. Yep, they've accepted it. So that's a good amount of money, and it should pay for our upgrades if we can get both those done. And I think I do have enough resources to do both. And the calculator's just going to take another day. But just for now, I'm just going to move this pallet out because it's just a bit in the way. Okay, so the 40 for... Oh, sorry, the 30s for the first order's done, so we can get you moved out. It's going to take a little bit while for this machine to run through. I'm about 10 of 30 on the other one. And apparently you're out of stuff again. So let me just run the rest of this material through. No, you don't have enough stored. That's why you didn't do what I needed you to. So on the next day, we'll be able to do that. And yet, nothing stored in here, just a very little amount. So that's going to be a next day contract, that other one is. But at least I can complete the one of those three. We only have a couple of days on the wooden box, so that has to be done on the next day. But let's go and turn that contract in, get us some money. Yeah, we can deliver you. And that gives us the rank 15. Perfect. Now we might be able to get another trash collector in the next day. New area, new trash collector. And something about a robot as well. I think I can get another robot in. But the one robot's more than enough at the moment. So let's go into the store. Look at our upgrades. Yeah, recycling awareness. Yeah, we've brought that one. Got one upgrade left there. And let's have a look at how close we are to that license. So 340 out of 500. So 160 more. We've got enough metal. And I'm 7 short on the plastic. So I need to set up the machine. But that's not unlocking for another level. So I could sell that in the meantime if I desperately wanted to. Okay, so let's have a look at our staff now. Now, you can only do 85 kilos, so I think I might wait for the next day and see who's available. Yeah, we'll go and sleep. We've done the stuff with the higher price. I've got enough to do the contracts on the next day. Yeah, I think we'll call it a day on this one. We'll get one more day in this play session. I am a little confused where this is coming from. Because it says we did 5,300 in contracts, but we got 6,500. But it's not actually telling me where that extra 1,200 is coming from. And if you take away that from that, that does sort of equal that. So I don't know where we're getting the extra from. And because we've not been running too many machines, and again, we've got another cost down here of 550. I'm not certain what that's for either. Because we've got our wages here. We've got our robot production here. So I'm not certain what this is. But anyway, let's move on to the next day. Let's pick up everything from Megan. Let's get our new trash collector. Even if it's a bad rep one, I'll pick it up. Having a few people, now we've got the upgrade and we can go up to like 100 plus on everybody I've got. So it's actually, yeah, the trash collectors. I could just employ somebody with a low wage. We give you just the lower jobs and everybody else can do 100 plus, yeah. So we'll just hire you. We don't have to go with 3-star all the time. Let's save ourselves a little bit of money. And let's buy a truck as well. So reputation 17 for the next. But reputation 16 gives us all the hybrid stuff, which I am really looking forward to. So let's take all Megan contracts first because she's doing 8 a day. I'm not really going to be taking the other deals. Being as though she's got me the best prices, it makes sense to buy all her stuff up as a priority. And also, I just want to have a look at the staff, at the assistant. No, you've only got 1 call a day. I want to see if anybody goes bigger than the 7.5 that Megan does. If not, we'll keep Megan. So let's get our drivers assigned. We're now up to 6 drivers. I think 8 is the maximum we can do. I want to find the one that's the lowest. You here, 61 kilos. So I don't seem to have any last days. But that's fine. We'll send you out and do the 57. Who was the next lowest? I think possibly you. Yeah, 88. I think I'm keeping the 3 stars for me. I've got one here with 78 kilos. You can do that one. We'll get you sorted out as well while I'm over this side. Looking for the ones with 1 day on now. I've got one up here with 99 kilos, but it is a 3-star. I'd like to do the 3 stars myself. Anything else a bit more? Well, I've got a 1-star here. It's only 57. Just go and do that one, bud. We've got one up here for 91 kilos, mainly metal. It is a 3-star one. I'm not going to be able to do all the 3 stars myself. We'll get you to do the 62. I think I am just going to get you to do the 91 kilo. Is there any of those ones which I don't really like? The building site one. No, that's fine. Yeah, we'll send you out to do one of the big ones. Get us a good amount of stuff. And I've got 2 day, 2 day, 1 day. I like this one, so I'm going to send you to do this one up here. I'll go and do that 99 kilo one myself. It's a nice point of interest, that one is. So yeah, everything on here is 2 or 3 days. And we'll take this one ourselves. Clear this out. Try and get another big one on this day as well. And this is fairly easy. Come out, clear the car park. Oh, actually, no. This is a new one. Slightly different to the one we was in the last time. But I'm still going to use the same premise. Go upstairs, clear all upstairs, chuck all the rubbish down, then clear all the bottom stuff. And then hopefully we can find some crates as well. Okay, I think we might be done now. So let's put this in the truck. Perfect. We got the 100%. But there is a crate over here, which we want to pick lock. Pay for the upgrades. Thank you very much for my £200. And it's only just after 2 o'clock, so we've got time for at least for one more. And that was a very big job, but it was a very rewarding job as well. So I've got a couple of 63s down here. 3 days. I want to start doing the 2-day ones. And also want to have a look for electronics. So you have a lot of electronics. We'll go and do this one. And yeah, we've been here many times. It's one of the earlier points of interest. Okay, I think these might be the last couple of bits here. We're doing pretty good on time, only 4:30. Perfect, we've got the 100%. And we've got a nice little locked room on the side here. With probably a crate and some extra loot in there. Yep, there's my crate. And this is all bonus to loot because we've already got our 100%. Make sure there's nothing else. Nope. Let's just get the crate done. That's going to be another £200. Okay, we got our bar. It just took me a little bit of time to get that one done. And what's in the bag? An extra 8 kilos. And we got loads of room in our vehicle these days. I think I'm going to get one more job done. Let's do something. Well, I've got another 61 here with 2 days on. Let's go with the 2-star version of it. And let's run around this one before it gets too dark. Okay, that might be everything. Let's have a look. So we've got the completion, but there is 2 locked containers I've come across. We've got a till over here, which is going to be just some money for us. Now I heard the click, so I know it was done. I think that was about 350. And over the back here, we've got a locked room as well. With some extra rubbish, and it looks like there is a crate in there as well. Perfect. Got the big things over there, them easier to grab later then. And let's get our gold bar. And again, them taking me longer to get them done. I don't know. I just haven't got the swing of things today by the looks of it. But yeah, extra 6 kilos and then these couple of big pieces with us as well. And let's get you in there. Brilliant. We'll call it a day now. We have got plenty of quests, but we'll do them on the next day. We've got another 4 in our log. So let's open up. I'll let him to start emptying it. I need to clear the door off. Down by the door. But I want to have a look and see where we're aiming for with stuff today. So metal prices. We might actually sell some of that metal we've got stored up. So metal is the grey colour. So you. What sort of prices are we looking for? Well, we haven't got the... Actually, we might be able to do the pipes. That's a lot of money if we could. That's just the basic stuff. Let me have a look at cables and pipes. Because it was a machine I did buy and set up, but I never really looked at it. So it would be you here. So pipes would take 2.5 ingots each. And cables would take 2 kilos each. 2.3 on the metal cans. I'm actually thinking about doing that contract because we need to get an old reputation level, and 6,000 I can't really turn down. 2.5 and 2. Run back and let's just do some quick maths. So that'll be 48 kilos plus 60 kilos. Sorry, not kilos, it'll be bars. So 108 bars I would need to sacrifice to be able to get this job done. And I think it's such a good deal. I can't not take it. So if we want to double it up, that's about £1,200–1,300 on top. I might be able to get 8,200 out here. Put on my log. Let's get that metal one done before I start worrying about any others. So that means this machine here, I want to set you up to do, what was it, 60, 108. You haven't got the stuff there, but we are about to send some stuff in. So it might be, again, only one day on that. But let's get you start running them ingots. We'll clear the recycling by the door as well. And then we're going to set you up to do... Let's get the cables out first, the 24. And then we'll get the metal pipes out. Just the 24 I need. We'll take to run, but there's nothing to run at the moment. And I can use some of my ingots I've got stored over the back there if I desperately need to as well. So let's get this recycling done. Okay, he's done the vehicle. Perfect. Can you sort the scrap out for me, please? Ah, there's some pieces that fell underneath. You always have to be careful because while I was moving machines around, I found stuff underneath the machines. I found stuff up in the corner. You do have to be careful because you have physics on the items and they do go everywhere sometimes. Let's have a look at the electronics. 24 kilos. It might get the calculators. I've still got another day on it. Let's get the organics run through as well because I know that was going to be a big. So that's 105. And this machine I have to run to the far side just for the moment until we can do an upgrade. Okay, next one is metal, 197 kilos. That's perfect. That's going to get me all the ingots I need to do that contract. 50 kilo of glass. Interesting to see the wood amount because I would like to get them wooden boxes done. 56 kilo. It might be enough. I might be a little short. I might have to wait for the next episode. But we'll see what we can do. I need to empty the door as well. 60 kilo of paper. And 183 kilos of plastic. Wow. Now, talking of plastic, I want to see how much we were short for that license. 7 plastic I need to do. But there might be some plastic contracts I want to take out just because we got so much of it. So you here, do me another 7 pallets. Then we go and clear the door. Yeah, 19 kilos of paper. And look at this over here. There's a random bag that they haven't cleared up from the vehicle. It must have fell out when there was loading. That will go in tomorrow's stuff. I'm not going to rerun the machines. So I am going to just double check these wagons just to make sure nothing else is hiding around here. Like I say, I have found stuff in random places I wouldn't be expecting. But no, those will look okay. And I would like to be able to move this into a better place than where it is. 22 kilos of metal. 22 kilos of glass. 19 kilos of wood. 23 kilos of plastic. So that's all them cleared. And then I'm just going to start putting the stuff in the back into the storage and see how many of these quests we can actually do. Okay, so as you can see on the right-hand side, I have got all the items for those 3 quests. That's going to get us a good amount of money. Ingots are looking pretty good. That's going to be for the hybrid. This is for the hybrid. That I can sell the glass if I want to, and same with the paper rolls. That's the boxes for the contract, calculator contracts, and the organics we're looking pretty healthy on as well. So let's just have a quick look over here. So we've got to look at the second machine to find out what we've got. We've got 121 kilos of tier 2 glass. On the wood, we are now up to just 11 kilos, but we've just used a big amount of it. So glass, I have got enough to be able to run some contracts out for some extra money. I've got 17 kilos of metal, so that's basically used up all my metal supply. I am up to 259 kilos of plastic. That's even with that 150 over there. So if there is any good plastic contracts, I can run some. Paper, I'm up to 142. And how are we doing with the electronics? I don't think we've got anything because I just had 2 loose pieces, which I've put into my scrap storage. And then you should have run everything through. So let's turn in these and let's see what sort of money we're playing with. So yeah, we need 108 organic. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is just tell you to run 108 only. And then anything extra we'll just store into this machine because there is currently 108 kilos, but I think it needs 2 kilos to do each one. So yeah, we've set that up. So the first 2 of the licenses we've already got. So we've got the green on there. I'm about 108 away from that. And then we need to start looking at what this is next. So we do need a lot more plastic pellets. So I could run through a lot more plastic stuff, which is going to be worth it. I've got 40 rolls, so I could run right through the paper as well. So 160 paper and 300 of the plastic pellets. Let's run them through. Okay, so let's set you up. Nope, that's the wrong one. Set it up for 100. Then set it up for the 60. That will get me everything I need for the next machine of the hybrid. We'll run them. That can just do it in the background. And then I need 300 extra of the plastic. Which is nice and easy because we can store 300 in a production run. I don't have quite enough plastic to do it, but I'm very close to being able to get those. Now, glass I could actually run through as well into tier 2. And then if I need it, I can always just bring it back. Yeah, but just run all the glass through. One point in that machine, I'll just send it into storage, just in case I want to do a contract with it. Okay, let's go and turn these in. So the only one I haven't got is that one, but I can't quite make out what it is. But you should be able to tell. So plastic and paper. Ah, okay. So I'm understanding what this is now. So that's going to be the tier 2 paper. Plastic. That's the tier 1 plastic. And same here. So we'll have to take the tier 2 machine down just for a little while once I've got these quantities done to be able to get the next one. But yeah, we're really looking good. Let's turn in the contracts we've taken. So that one for 8,200 was fantastic. We had an electronics one somewhere, which is you. Let's deliver that one. That's another 2,500. And then we should be able to upgrade our plate as well. And then I've just got to find the wood contract. There you are. Just have a quick look at the glass. I'm not doing anything with the glass at the moment. And we do have a good amount, so I could do some of these contracts. We could do something like that. Glass blocks and glass jars. Let's make sure I can make those. Blocks and jars. And I think for now, because we're not running this for this part, I'm just going to take this machine up. Otherwise, everything's just going to start going into the back machine. Same with this one. But I might be running some glass through here, so that's fine. So we can do the jars and the bottles. Okay, so I did set up the wrong production. It was actually glass jars I needed. And 30 glass blocks. I made bottles instead. Let's get you started running. Did we run all the stuff through here? Yeah, it's all gone through. Okay, so I did put the wrong product on for making. So it's going to take a little longer to get this glass one. It has 2 days left. I think I can still get it done. And I think I could probably get 7,000 out here. And we do have some of it done, but we don't have them in storage at the moment. So we have got a lot of money. Let's spend it. So the first thing we want to be doing is we need to be upgrading our building. Where is that? Factory. We need to upgrade our borders because we can't upgrade the machine and storage until we do that. So let's go and upgrade that, and then let's go and have a look what changes it did. Yeah, it's give us an whole new section down there. And then hopefully we can extend these. So the one I want to extend more than anything else is the storage. Because I need to get the electronics and the organics in different spaces. So let's have a look. Yeah, storage is another 3,500. It's not even that expensive. We've still got nearly 10,000. And I think I'm going to do that as well. That gets me rank 16. We'd now have access to the hybrid machines. Fantastic. We've got some new companies to trade with. So let's have a look at how all this hybrid stuff's going to work. So it'll be licenses. So we don't have enough to deliver that, but I've got enough to deliver this one. And now we can actually see nice and easy what everything requires. There's a lot of ones that needs plastic. Plastic and electronics will be a good one to do. I'm not doing anything with the electronics at the moment. And I would have to belt the plastic over the top of all the other machines. So I would need quite a lot of money to be able to do that. But yeah, let's go and deliver this. We now got the license. What sort of cost is these machines going to cost? So the first hybrid is 25,000. So at least we've done the prerequisites for it. I think I just want to run some glass into there and see how many of those blocks I can do. Now we've extended it, we can have a look at how the areas are. So fantastic. Look at all that space. 2, 4, 6, 8, 12 spaces. So we'll keep the organics in here and we'll put the electronics in its own space here. And then I'll keep the ones at the back just in case things get full. So we'll just get the robot to reorganize a couple of little bits around. Yeah, I want to get these glass into the machine. So let's have a look at the machine and see what sort of quantities are needed. So there's 14 jars left. That's 38 kilos. Oh, it tells me there. So I need 99 melted glass sent to this machine. So let's go and do this before we finish off. Okay, so I've processed all the glass I've got. I'm 7 short just because I was making the wrong item. I was making bottles. Now I want to have a look and see if there is any glass contracts with bottles in the menu. Now it's just glass dust. If not, I can sell them for the marketplace just to get rid of them. Nothing in there. Let's make some money for the marketplace. So we can get up to 130 for them. And it says I've got... yeah, I might get the 100... I might just sell them all. Get us some more money to play with in the next episode. Brilliant. Nearly 4,000 to go into the next episode with. That's nice. So we've got the glass one there we'll do on the next day. But I think that's a great place to be calling it. So, yeah. Nice upgrade to the factory. Definitely looking a lot better like this. But now we've extended. I can bring the organics to the front. I can move the tier 3 machines further back. So that the stuff coming out these don't no longer go into there. I've got a little bit of money for conveyors. So I can just reposition these in between episodes. But yeah, I'm happy with that. We have got a lot of paper we could sell off as well. But most of this stuff here we're storing for the hybrid machines. And getting up to 25,000 I think is going to be one of the biggest priorities to try and get our first hybrid machine in. We might be able to make that in the next one. We did a good amount of contracts on this day. So, yeah, good chance of that one. But hopefully you're still enjoying the series, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much for watching.